Social media has become a key component of how we communicate with each other and how we get the news, especially during the pandemic. But recently, social media companies have come under fire for everything from what users post regarding COVID to the election to the Capitol attacks. Because of this, both sides of the political aisle are calling on social media companies to take a more active role on what they allow on their sites. But at the heart of this debate is Section 230. You've probably heard that law thrown around amidst all this buzz. So what does it mean and why should you care? Let's break it down. Known as the 26 words that created the internet, Section 230 was enacted in 1996 as part of the Communications Decency Act. The core purpose of Section 230 is to protect internet companies from being liable for anything that users like you or me post. Now, what that means in practice is everything from social media companies to online retailers to news sites are not liable if a user posts something illegal. Backers of Section 230 credit the success of companies like Twitter and Facebook and YouTube, which all require vast amounts of user-generated content because it would be impossible to moderate everything that's posted on there. Additionally, when the law was written, internet companies were worried they would be sued if they exercised any control over the content on their site. So Section 230 includes a provision that so long as those companies are acting in good faith, they can take down anything that's offensive or otherwise objectionable. This is where things get tricky. What constitutes objectionable content at one of the most politically charged times in our history? And critics accuse tech companies of abusing their legal immunity to allow some of the worst content to stay on the internet because it drives engagement and profit. Because of this, there's been an overwhelming cry from people on both sides of the political aisle for these social media companies to take a more active role in policing content as these sites become hotbeds of hateful, misleading, and dangerous posts. But if these platforms take a more editorial role akin to a publisher, those protections of Section 230 may not apply anymore. Section 230 is likely going to be a key focus of the Biden administration in the wake of the Capitol attacks. At the most extreme, there's been talk of repealing Section 230, which could mean the end of the internet as we know it, the end of user comment sections, Amazon reviews, and even tweets. Such action could also force websites to vet every piece of user-created content before it goes online, creating a world where only large and powerful players like a Facebook could afford to play. At the very least, there will be a call for greater transparency on how these content moderation decisions are made, as some users are also accusing these social media platforms of censoring certain political viewpoints. Moral of the story, you're going to hear a lot more about Section 230 in these coming months and potentially meaningful changes to how social media companies moderate content.